Petes are really going to be looking for a bounce-back game against the London Knights on Thursday night. Earlier in the season, they did get a win against the Knights in London. Those Knights, they are a talented bunch, and if you're a Maple Leafs fan, it's obviously a game that you really want to see. Mitch Marner, the new Toronto Maple Leafs hope, will be in the building Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at what the London Knights, the Sudbury Wolves, and the Oshawa Generals will bring to the table in the Petes action this week.
Marner back for Dvorak in front. Marner, can he tuck it home? Oh, another.
The London Knights might be the greatest collection of talent in all of junior hockey. Not the first time it's been said, and likely not the last time it will be said. We'll start this off with Christian Dvorak, one of the captains of the team and a second-round draft pick of the Arizona Coyotes. Dvorak had 109 points last season and has picked up 101 so far this season in just 47 games. It's a safe bet he will surpass his career high soon enough. Then there's Mitch Marner, the great Toronto Hope, drafted 4th overall last year by the Maple Leafs after registering 126 points. This season, not much has changed. He continued his rampant pace, putting up 94 points in 45 games so far. On his career, he's averaging 1.62 points per game. To put that into perspective, Connor McDavid, yeah, you know the name, averaged 1.72 goals per game over his 3-year OHL career. Marner also in his 3rd year in the OHL. Now let's get to the players on the Knights who will be drafted in the first round of the upcoming NHL entry draft. That's a will. They will definitely be drafted in the first round. Max Jones is the least notable of the 3 players we'll be talking about, but he's projected to be drafted in the top 20. The 6'3", 201-pound left winger is a powerhouse, not a pure natural scorer, but his 40 points in 51 games is nothing to scoff at. Now that we're on the topic of powerhouses, remember Keith Tkachuk? Played 1,201 games in the NHL, had more than 1,000 points. Well, he has a son who plays on the Knights, and he too knows how to score. Matthew Tkachuk, a projected top 5 pick in the draft, is a little smaller than his father, but at 6'1", 201 pounds, he's got more than enough size and more than enough skill. 86 points in 45 games so far with the Knights.
Succeeds, and Tkachuk will get it back to the line for Joe Levy.
Now to top things off, Olli Juolevi, ranked in the top 15, a 6'2" Finnish defenseman who won gold at the World Junior Championship. He really knows how to move around the ice with the puck, and he knows how to shut people down. As a team, the Knights also work well together. They're on a 3-game winning streak and have won 7 of their last 10 games played. They sit 3rd in the West and 5th overall in the OHL. The Sudbury Wolves, the Pete's Saturday night matchup, is a completely different story, but they do lead the league in one category, goals allowed, and it's not even close. They have allowed 39 more goals than the second worst goals allowed team, the Saginaw Spirit. The Wolves' 273 goals allowed is also just 27 goals behind the combined 300 goals allowed by both the Erie Otters and London Knights. The Wolves don't have a single player with a positive plus-minus, and the Petes are 3-0 against them so far this season. Game 3 of this week's action for the Petes comes against a team fighting for their lives in the playoffs. The Oshawa Generals, who've won 4 of 6 games between them and the Petes this season, are heading into the weekend in a dead tie with the Hamilton Bulldogs, both in games played and in points. You can imagine they'll be hungry for a win on Sunday evening. 6 p.m. puck drop for that one. The most recent matchup between the Petes and Gens was a 4-1 Generals win on February 11th at the PMC. Look out for Eric Cornell and Greg Betzold to have big games. They've both had a lot of success against the Generals this season. Cornell has 6 goals in 6 games, and Betzold has 9 points in the 6 games against Oshawa so far this season.